Good morning. Welcome to the Wichita Police Department Interwatch. It is Friday, February 16th. Hope everyone's had a good week. I wish the weather would make up its mind and either be warm or cold. I'd like the warm, but anyway, I hope everyone's had a good week. Three things that we're going to cover today. An update on the aggravated battery of firearms that occurred in the 600 block of North Parkdale yesterday afternoon. Also talk about an arrest made with the individual that we put out on our Facebook and social media sites asking for assistance in identifying that fled from officers, and also an arrest in 3 recent armed robberies that have occurred that we've spoken about here at our Wichita Police Department Interwatch. So we'll get right to it. First case is 18C010181. This is the aggravated battery of a firearm in the 600 block of North Parkdale. 010181 is the case number. Occurred approximately 2:30 yesterday afternoon. On Thursday, February 15th at approximately 2:30, officers were dispatched to a shooting call at a residence in the 600 block of North Parkdale. When officers arrived, they had located a 56-year-old male who had a gunshot wound to his abdomen. He was taken to an area hospital for medical treatment for non-life-threatening injuries. Through the investigation, it was determined that an 82-year-old male and his son, a 56-year-old male, were involved in a disturbance at the residence. The 82-year-old male became concerned, so he contacted his 77-year-old neighbor for assistance. The 77-year-old male came to the residence and was battered by the 56-year-old male. The 56-year-old male struck him several times, and the 77-year-old male brandished a handgun and shot the other male 1 time. There have been no arrests made in this case at this time. It is still an ongoing investigation and currently being investigated as a possible self-defense case. Once the case investigation is complete, it will be presented to the District Attorney's Office.
Are alcohol or drugs expected to be involved?
Not that I'm aware of.
Have you guys responded to that home before for any disturbance?
I would have to check into that. I don't have that information currently.
Do you know what the disturbance was about?
I don't.
Had the father been hit also?
I don't believe so. All right, 2 updates on cases that we put out recently. Yesterday we had put information out on social media of an individual on a motorcycle who officers attempted to stop in the area of Central and Edgemore. But the individual accelerated and fled from the officer. We received multiple tips from community members that led to the identification and arrest of a 28-year-old male. This male has been arrested and booked into jail for 1 count of felony evade and elude, and also other traffic charges. We do thank very much the Wichita community for helping us and supporting us and keeping Wichita safe.
What was the initial stop for?
It was just a traffic violation. I think it was no tag on a motorcycle.
You say felony evade and elude.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a charge above and?
Right, you can have evade and elude, that's a misdemeanor charge, but with a certain amount of traffic violations, it does become a felony. All right, just an update on 3 armed robberies that we have talked about recently. The Wichita Police Department Robbery Section and FBI Safe Streets Task Force have worked together regarding recent aggravated robberies believed to be connected, which had occurred at the C-Store in the 800 block of South Oliver, also Arby's 4300 block of East Harry, and Circle K in the 500 block of North Seneca. Through their investigation, 2 suspects were developed, a 20-year-old female and also a 28-year-old male. These individuals were located yesterday afternoon at a residence in the 4300 block of East Bailey and taken into custody without incident. Both suspects were booked into jail for 3 counts of aggravated robbery. The male suspect was also charged with 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a felon. Great job by Wichita investigators and FBI Safe Streets Task Force in making an arrest in these violent crimes. The case number for Oliver was 18C8495. The Arby's was 18C10042, and the Circle K on Seneca was 18C10047, and I do have those cases for media this morning. So again, great work in making an arrest, and these three cases they believe to be connected.
So how exactly were they able to find them at this address? Was it tips or?
It was just through their investigation. They were able to develop leads, and through that lead they were able to identify this location, and they arrested them.
Are there any assault charges against the male that assaulted the customer at the Circle K?
Right now they've been booked for 3 counts of aggravated robbery, and then the male suspect with 2 counts of possession of a firearm. That's the charges we have currently. The case will be presented, obviously.
Is that possession of a firearm by a felon?
Yes. 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a felon.
Was the C-store robbery a day earlier than the?
No, it was a week earlier.
A week
It was
earlier.
last
The 7th.
the 7th. Yeah, it was a week earlier, the 7th.
Were they able to tie the C-store robbery with the other 2?
Through their investigation. Anything else?
Was it the FBI primarily investigating, or Wichita Police, or a combination?
It was a combination. It was the FBI Safe Streets Task Force and Wichita Police investigator, robbery detectives, working together.
Is there a specific reason why the Safe Streets Task Force was brought in?
Well, we continue to always work with community partners in different crimes. Obviously, there was several armed robberies that had occurred, so we worked with other resources to help identify and solve these. Anything else?
We'd like to know, have there been an increase in the number of threats that have been called to schools in the last couple of days since the shooting in Florida? Specifically, we're wanting to know about Southeast High School and possibly North High School.
Has there been an increase as compared to?
Well, we want to know, have there been more phone calls regarding threats to schools?
I'll have to check into that. I can check further to see if there's been an increase. I know that we have had some instances where there's been things sent to us as far as postings in bathrooms and things of that sort. But I'll have to check to see if there's been phone calls made.
Any specific threats to Southeast High School recently?
Not that I'm aware of, but I can check. Anything else? All right, we're not here for Monday. It's President's Day, so if everyone has a good President's Day. We will be back here again on Tuesday. So appreciate everybody being with us. Have a great Friday.